Next session, why you not married? First of all, that's my business, I ain't never scared. Never in a hurry. See my nigga work from the yard like Barry. None a nigga in the house. Came a long way, I thought I'd never have a spouse. Everybody got an opinion, you on the outs. But when shit going good, they be quiet as a mouse. I know the motherfuckers childish.
Alright, we about to start this off. We'd like to welcome y'all to the This Should Help roundtable discussion. Brought to you by All Things Go Podcast, in collaboration with Do It For The Love, LLC. I'm gonna introduce myself. I go by the name of VIP Gunner. We gonna start.
I go by Coop Dior.
I go by DB. Eddie Numbers.
Norman Fang.
And we gonna speak on today. We are here today talking about mental health awareness because it's Mental Health Awareness Month, and traumas, particularly with black men, and us not feeling like we can't speak out because you get looked at a certain way as being soft or being gay or like not a man's man. So that's why we want to shed light on this and let people know how important mental health is, especially in the black community with black men being so prideful and always got to take on so much. So, I mean, we're going to start off with the trauma, childhood trauma. I know we all have had some type of trauma coming up. Me, myself, I was molested. At that time, I didn't know I was molested. I mean, I didn't know I was 6 years old, and it was by a female that was 7, 8 years older than me at the time. It was one of my cousin's friends, and she used to do little things to me that I didn't know what it was at the time. But early on in life, I was introduced to sexual acts and things that you shouldn't be introduced at a young age. I know all of us probably had some type of situation in our childhood that made us feel uncomfortable, but you really ain't know what to say, and you didn't want to speak out on it. You didn't know whether to tell your parents or tell another adult. You just dealt with it. And I mean, that kind of carries through your life. And you look at stuff, you become numb to a lot of things that you probably shouldn't be numb to.
Yeah. Right. Or even may look at it like it was a good thing at the time because, you know, the perception is like, I'm kind of like doing me a little bit. You know what I mean? I was able to interact, not really knowing that that's a trauma that affects you in the future. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like you would think like I lost my virginity. I was 15, and I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. You know what I'm saying? She was older than me. She was 19. She was already messing with a dude that was like clear in his 20s.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I was a little boy that had a crush on him. You feel me? So she kind of took advantage. You know, I mean, I didn't know what to do. She gave me a condom. I'm looking at it like, all right, I saw pictures before, but what do I do?
Right.
So she put the joint on me and told me just lay there. You feel me? And now that I think about it, as time went on, it's like once that happened, like I thought that's the way at the time. That's how things always supposed to go down.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it was like she would see me, and I would be like, "Oh shit, there she go," and I would go to talk to her, and she'd be like, "What's up, boy?" and like kind of like hold me up. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? She in front of her homegirl, she like, "Go ahead, little ass boy," and all this type of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you know, I'm walking, I'm like, "How's she doing that?" Then she'll come back later and be like, "Oh no, I was just doing that just to go ahead because, you know, I don't want my friends to know what's going on because they know my boyfriend." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." And I'm going along with it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But then she kept doing it. You know, and I'm like, yo, she horned the shit out of me, like, what the fuck? But she kept doing it, you know? Right. So I'm thinking this is the way things supposed to go. There's nothing wrong with, you know, I'm just smashing this chick And then later on, she hold me up. Okay, I already know what it is. I ain't worried about it. Let me get some more. You know what I'm saying? Because you're a little young motherfucker. You all pump. You know what I'm saying? So, like, eventually, of course, I end up branching off from her, but I still had that in my mind that this is how I'm supposed to go at women.
Exactly, right.
You know? And like that shit, man, it went on for a while. Like me going at chicks like that and thinking like, okay, I'm gonna just smash, and that was that, you know. And then like, all right, fuck, like shorty, I'm done with you. You know what I'm saying? Because it was the fact I'm thinking back to with her, like this how it went down, so it's gonna be cool,
right?
You know. And I ain't find out later that shit put me in a bad place, you know. So
yeah, because trauma has like a delayed reaction.
Absolutely.
To where in that moment you're going off your ego and pride, thinking you're doing making the right decision, and then you don't realize till later on that it's a mental thing. And kind of trauma shows its head as you get older.
Yeah, real shit.
Yeah, you get caught in that cycle, like with the difference between the public her and the private her, and it's confusing. It's like she's showing me this one minute, and then the next minute she's showing me this, and then that becomes a norm for you.
Yeah,
getting treated like that, and you carry that on with you, and it spill over into other stuff, and it's not healthy.
Right. Or it might get caught in a situation where, as far as like my example, the girl who I lost my virginity to, she cheated on me, and I'm thinking like, dang, that was like that kind of like put me in a place where I was like, oh, I'm not gonna let that happen again. So now I'm about to just go crazy. Like every one, I'm just about to knife and then keep moving type. You know what I mean? Versus building that relationship, building that camaraderie type stuff. Just because the person, not even knowing that it affected me in that moment. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I just wanted to just straight like, all right, if that's the type of tip you on, I'm just gonna carry that with everybody from that point on. Like,
that's when the animal is created.
Exactly.
That's where the savage comes from. And you speak on that, like my high school sweetheart or whatever, my first love, I say that. Like that's the first time I put my trust in everything, because you look at somebody as your friend. My best friend at the time, I put my trust into her. So for me to deal with her doing that to me, cheating on me at a young age, that fucked me up.
Yeah.
Like, man, you never know at fucking 16, 17 that I'd be here at 40 years old still dealing with traumas from when I was in high school.
Right.
But that shit carried throughout your life.
Right.
And like you really gotta like try to find a way to forgive them, because they don't know. And like people fuck up, we all fuck up. But in the same instance, that created a monster with me. So it's like I don't trust nobody. It's like I can't give you my trust, because I feel like if I take that armor off, you might pierce my heart. You feel what I'm saying?
Violated.
Yeah. So that shit carry on throughout relationships, and part of the reason why my relationships, I never give my all, because I feel like that's gonna happen. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
And as males, at 16, nobody told us how to hit, to get over that type of situation. You harden up and you hold on to it. And when we just keep moving forward, that's part of the problem. I guess not having a male figure to tell you how to handle those type of situations.
That play a big part.
Or just to have somebody that's close to you that you can kind of vent and get it out.
Right.
Because you think about it, like I ain't gonna front, like my father was there the whole time. You know what I'm saying? But like the men back then, the way they came up, they tried to push that shit on us. So it was like you deal with it. You're a man.
Right.
You don't show emotion. You know what I'm saying? You go ahead, you man up, and you deal with that shit. You know, so it was like a lot of times with a lot of things, you know, that I was going through, I more so had to figure it out on my own. You know what I'm saying? Like dealing with women. Of course, I had my sister and my moms around me. You know what I'm saying? So I would peep out the way things was going with my dad, with my father, and my mother. But at the same token, that shit wasn't good.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
that's the blueprint, low key.
Exactly. Right. So I'm looking at them fussing, beefing, and and I'm like, oh, this how this shit go, this how marriage go. And I'm looking at this shit, then I'm looking at my sister with her relationships, and the shit wasn't good, and I'm like, damn, yo, like, so I'm basically doing me. I'm figuring out me. And just like, we all been there. We all had that girl that we was really down for, and she fucked us over.
Right.
You know? Right. So I understand with the whole savage, you like, fuck that. Because my boys back in the day, like, even though it was an ad lover, they was like, yo, lover. Like, damn, boy, you don't give a fuck. Yeah, they like, yo, you don't give a shit. Like, you just fucking, like, you fuck with them, then like, you all right, shorty, but, like, whatever. Right. You know what I'm saying? It was that type of thing. Because that was my mentality. I'm like, basically, like, on some pop type shit, you know, fuck these bitches type shit. I mean, that's how in my mind at a young age I was. I didn't figure a lot of shit out until later on, getting older and coming into my own as a man. That's when I started figuring shit out. But the crazy thing was when I came into my own as a man, and I was like, okay, this is how I'm supposed to treat a woman. It's like that shit backfired on me. It's like karma came back. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Shit, I got 5 daughters, so you already know how that backfired. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm in the same boat, bro. I got 5 myself.
Yeah, so that shit is real. You know what I mean? And it's just so much, yo, that you dealt with early on that you ain't know how to really react off of it. And now you in this place, it's like low key start from scratch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The shit that you're supposed to learn when you're young.
Yeah.
Possibly, like you said, not the proper guidance from from your father, or you know what I mean, or a cycle of your father being fucked up when he was young and teaching you the same fucked up shit. It's just like crazy cycles.
For crazy as shit.
Yeah, like and for me, I didn't realize I had a lot of shit going on till I started my parenting journey. Like, damn, like I don't react to this situation how I should, this situation how I should, this situation how I should, and it comes from being young, having certain issues, certain things go on, and not handling them properly. So you handle them that way as you go older. So I'm 42, and I still got situations that I handle like I'm 16.
Right.
It's like that with all of us. Like, then you have society that says, you gotta be strong. You gotta take everything in and just deal with it. And then even if you come from, like how you said, you may not have somebody that told you. Even if you have somebody to tell you, you got society. Then you have these sub societies that that ain't what it is. Like, fuck them bitches. It's like, fuck them bitches. And you hear that and you see that, and then it's like, okay, that's how it's supposed to be. You might not even really feel that way. Like for me myself, when I was coming up, I was the homeboy. Like, a nigga be like, oh, I don't rock with shorty. Is this? I'm like, oh no, I like her. Oh no, I like her. Like, no, I like her. I'm gonna say it. But at the same time, that wasn't necessarily what was cool. So when you moving on like that, then you be like, all right, you know what? Let me scale that back a little bit.
Right.
And then I'm gonna do this. Oh, okay. Now you getting the points.
Right.
Oh yeah, yo, knocking him down. He got this, and you feel like that's what it is. Like, that's the way to move. And you getting props, so to speak, outside. They hear about your work, or even if it's the girls. Oh, I heard about you. And oh, this must be what I need to do.
You start longing for that shit more.
And then it's just it
never stop.
It's a craving, and then it be like go, and then so you get older, and sometimes not even when you get older, you still kind of, some people still be in that phase, and it goes on and goes on, but it's an addiction. And we gotta get healing from that and try to learn how to move around and adjust with it.
Real shit.
Man, that's what this is for. Like, we trying to make it normal for you to speak out and let people know that you need help. There's so many people I meet that they toxic. Like, they just so used to being toxic relationships that it's they grow accustomed. That's all they know. And then you get to talking to them like, yo, you probably need to get some therapy. And then everybody feel like they can heal themselves. You can't. You can't heal yourself. Like, as much as you would like to, like me, myself, I've always been the person that my friends come to talk about their traumas and stuff they got going on. And like, at some point in time, it's like so much, especially when you got your own shit going on. It's like you get overwhelmed, and it's like, I don't even want to talk about it no more. Like, I can't take on nobody else's trauma because like, you my friend, I care about you. I want you to be good. I want you to be in a good place.
Right.
I want you to have your mental straight. So if you bringing all that on me and I'm carrying all that shit with me and I got my own shit,
Yeah.
I don't got no outlet.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
That's
Yeah.
a fact.
And it's like, I need a break. Like, I need a detox from this shit.
Bro, I ain't gonna front. Like I almost lost myself back in 2014. So my sister died from cancer, right? That was my only sister, right? Mind if I get a little emotional.
No, go ahead.
But my sister passed in 2014, right? My father, he already had a heart condition, so his heart was already bad, right? So my sister passed in his residence, you know what I'm saying, where he lived, because he talked to her husband and he basically was like, you know, as a father, you're about protection.
Right.
And it's fucked up when you can't protect what you done created.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I could see that on his face. You know what I'm saying? I could see it. I was like, I could see that pain. And I said, Pop, you know, you're doing your best. And he asked her husband, could she just stay here? Can she just stay here until she go to hospice, right?
Right.
So it was a Saturday. I took my kids up there so they could see their aunt. You know what I'm saying? She couldn't talk. She was 84 pounds. Couldn't move, pain, all that, right? So I'm trying to muscle. Like, I can't break down in front of my kids, you know? So they go in the room, they see her, then they leave out. I stay in there with her. I lay on the bed with her. And I know it hurts for something to touch her, but for her to move, so I'm kind of gently rubbing her head, you know? And she kind of looked, and she looked at peace. That Monday, she passed, right? So I never got to see her before she passed, you know? A year later, so my dad, he like, yeah, man, I'm gonna buy this house. I'm gonna buy the house. You know, I know what he was doing. He wanted to get out of that where he was living because of the memory. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna buy this house. I'm gonna buy this ranch style home, and it's in Randallstown. So I'm like, all right, Pop, cool. He buys the house, right? He moves in. 2015, he passed. So when he went in the hospital, you know, I was down there every day.
Right.
Shit, I was down there. Yo, I ain't gonna front. I was down there for 4 days straight. I ain't showered, no nothing. I just wanted to be in the room with him. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? He like, boy, go home and get yourself straight. And I'm like, all right. So I go home because he started joking with me. I don't want to be smelling your ass in here. You know all that, right? So I go home. I'm driving home. My phone is his nurse. She go, Mr. Cooper, we need you to come back. I said, well, what's going on? We got your dad oxygen on 100%, and it's not enough. You need to come back. So I hit my father. My father was a soldier. He was streets, military. This motherfucker volunteered for Vietnam. You know what I'm saying? 2 branches of the military. He was a straight soldier. Right. You know. He go ahead. He gets on the phone. He said, "Hey, can I speak to my son?" They like, yeah. Here you go. I get on the phone. What's up, Pop? He said, "Hey, I don't want to be resuscitated. I want to make sure that you're good with that." I said, "Pop, whatever you want, I'm good with." Of course, I'm not gonna say, "No, Pop, I want you to be whatever." He'll be that brain dead. I was like, "Whatever you good with, I'm good with."
Right.
He said, "That's all I need to hear." And he told the nurse that he was ready. So I'm driving, bro. I almost crashed into cars. My neighbor at the time that was down the street from me, he make a phone call to my ex, and he tell her, "Hey, you need to come down here and get your husband. He can't drive. He's very distraught. You need to come down here and get him." Right. So she run out the house. She come get me. She drive. We get down there by the time he's gone. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, even though it was family and everything around to comfort me, I still felt lost. You know what I'm saying? I just lost my sister a year before. I never dealt with it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Then my father passed a year later. Never dealt with it.
Right.
My homeboy, shout out to Corey. He worked for a funeral home. He worked for Bryant's. Mm-hmm. He said, "Yo, give me all your father paperwork. I'll take care of everything for you. You ain't got to do nothing. I got you, bro." I said, "All right, man. Appreciate it." Give it to him. He took care of it. Meantime, everybody's telling me, "Yo, go get therapy. Talk to somebody." I'm like, "I'm good. I don't need to talk about it." "Yo, to go talk about it." "I'm good. I don't need to talk about it." And I'm dealing with this shit.
Yeah.
But I could tell by my attitude and the way I wasn't right. But in my head, as a man, I'm like, I got this shit. It's nothing. We go through this shit every day.
Right.
I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I'm out one night. Driving. The shit could have been real bad. I'm driving. I stop at a red light. I must cut the dude off. I didn't know I cut him off, but I'm at the red light. He jump out the car. "Man, what the fuck you doing?" You up there fucking cut me off, this and that. So I jump out the car. He got like 4 other motherfuckers in the car.
Right.
I don't know if it was the grace of God. I don't know what it was, but the one dude that was on the passenger side looked at me. And he told his boy, yo, get in the car, yo. Get in the car. That nigga going through something. That's what he said.
Damn.
That nigga going through something. That's straight what he said. He said, I can see it. And they got in the car. And they pulled off. And the whole time they pulled off, he up there looking at me. I don't know if that was an angel. Whatever it may have been. But he saw something in me that wasn't right.
He recognized that shit because
Yeah.
he probably been through the same shit.
Absolutely.
Or something similar. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
And that shit took a long time for me to deal with, bro. Like, and I'm gonna tell you, that shit still haunt me to this day. Like,
That's a fact.
I got my days where I just want to be in my shell. You know what I'm saying? Just kind of stay away from everything.
Right.
You know. But yeah, man, that's and like Gutter was saying, you know, like my friends, like they come to me, they talk to me. And I'm gonna give you a Lyndon, I'm gonna give you my best advice as I can, but I'm like, shit, I got my own shit going on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know how but I always figure out a way to give them some good advice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'm like, yo, I got my own shit going on. How I'm gonna deal with this?
Right.
You know?
Yeah, that's a fact. No, I understand. I 100% understand that shit. Because for me, myself, I'm still dealing with, like, not even speaking off the female trauma, just off the trauma of my oldest daughter. She's been 20 years old. You know what I mean? She passed away when she was 13.
Sorry to hear that.
And that like, I already know I'm a different man than I was beforehand. Like I used to be laughing and joking. Now it ain't even that. I don't know if y'all probably even noticed that.
No,
like,
you changed.
100% not the person I was before that happened. And then like trying that conversation with people. I'm the type, I'm kind of like stubborn. Like I be like, oh, if you ain't go through what I'm dealing with, I'm not trying to hear nothing you saying.
Right,
so like, if you never had a child who passed away, like you won't understand my struggle. Like and like she was 13, she'd have been 20 this year. I'm still dealing with that on an everyday basis. You know what I mean? Off of just, it could be anything. Like you're saying, somebody cut me off at the light. That moment, I might just be like, yo, I'm thinking about it at the moment. He cut me off. Now I'm triggered. Like, you know what I mean? It's just everything. And there's nobody who can talk to make it better. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I'm just kind of like dealing with it. You know, therapy is offered. I don't want to go there because I don't want to be like, go to a therapist and then, like I said, she don't understand what I've been through, or he or she don't understand what I've been through, so you're not gonna be able to give me the advice that I need. It'd be weird. Like it's really even tough to even talk about for real. Like on a grand scale, if nobody ever lost a child, like my oldest, I was 19. I wasn't even ready to be a parent at 19, and then I finally got into that. I felt like I was comfortable. I was 33. And then she passed. Like that shit. It's just weird, yo. Like it's weird to even like, you know what I mean? Nobody ever be able to understand that shit.
I mean, what can you say to somebody who went through that? Like
that's what I'm saying.
There's no word that you can say. Like when you went through it, like Aldo was the same age. Like my oldest the same age as yours. So it's like, damn, like when she going to prom and she graduating, I'm thinking about damn. Shania not here.
That should be hit.
She supposed to be going to prom and graduate. Like even when say my daughter get older and want to get married, she get married. Damn, I'm always gonna think about that. That's gonna resonate with me. But it's like it's nothing that I can say to you. But all I can do is just be here for you. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Like that's tough. Like and us coming from where we come from, we deal with death early and often.
Yeah, it's a fact.
Like just going back to high school and growing up in the neighborhood we grew up in, and then this is everybody's neighborhood in Baltimore. It's not just our neighborhood, but everybody.
Yeah.
Like before I graduated from high school, I went to 6-7 funerals of my peers.
That's right. First murder was Nolan when I was 13. Seen a dead body for the first time.
So I had Murph brother Jamal, like he passed. Then Nolan, then like it just like the list just kept going on and on. So we like you become numb to that shit.
Exactly.
So like when people die, like it's like unless it's somebody that's real close to you, you don't take that shit well, and that's not good because you're not supposed to be like that. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's a fact.
You 15 years old, 16, 17 years old, and you lost your life.
Yeah.
Like you ain't even really get started yet. but that shit is normal where we come from.
Right.
And that's why I was like, man, I mean, shit that you harbor and hold on to, that shit ain't good. Like, in other communities, they don't deal with that shit. You know what I'm saying?
They don't. Right. They don't.
You supposed to die old, you know what I mean, in your bed with your kids and loved ones around you and shit. That shit ain't like that where we from.
Yeah, it's a fact.
And I tried. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say I've never to speak on what you were talking about. I've never lost a child, right? So I couldn't speak to you from that vantage point to say that I understand that.
Right.
I can only imagine. But as a person that lost his mother when he was 19, lost his father in 2016, grandmother on my birthday, a year after my mother, my other grandmothers, and just a bunch of close people, right? But I can tell you that death, dealing with it, that grief, it'll bottle you up, and it'll bottle you up, spit you out. One of the things I would suggest, if you haven't tried it, is the therapy. I know when we come up, we taught deal with things on our own, right? But what I learned was how you spoke. A lot of the points that you made resonated with me, like being a different person.
Yeah.
I'm still to this day dealing with the loss of my mother, my best, closest friend, my favorite girl. And then going through it again with my grandmother and my father, and then just how we spoke of a whole bunch of friends that you lose, or people that are close to you. And, there's so many numbers that are still in my phone. You know what I'm saying? From people, because I refuse to, in my mind, delete them out of my life.
I feel like you delete them from your memory.
And it's like, so I won't do it. It's like, I lost one of my closest friends Monday. Literally this Monday just passed. And it's just been crazy. But what I'm saying all of that to say, one of the things I know that worked for me, that has helped me, and I still deal with it. It's like a person that's on drugs is going to be an addict and deal with addiction, the pressures of it for the rest of their life. It's the same thing with grief.
Right.
And what I learned through finally going to counseling, going to a therapist, I was opposed to it. Like, I'm cool, I got it. But what I did, I drank, I smoke. I'm gonna go get the people I know that want to drink, they want to smoke. So because it was my vice, I need them people around me. I know when I'm feeling bad, and this could be every day. I know it got to the point with some of my friends, it's like, yo, where they get to making them calls, like, yo, you seen Eddie again today? Eddie was over there again today. Like, yo, what we gonna do about him? Yo, like. But when you dealing with that pain, therapy definitely helps. Like, talking to a complete stranger where you can be open and they not judging you, they don't know. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes when you talk to a friend, sometimes in your mind you're like, yo, you don't really know me. If I open up and I say that this is how I'm really feeling, or these the thoughts that I'm actually having, they might look at me different. But what you need is that blank canvas where you could just let it out, put it there. And that's what the therapy does. It's more so, it's like a relief, like because that grief thing is a killer, man. Like it's plagued me. It messes up my relationships. Some in parenting, some of the things like, man, I don't want to hear that, or if somebody passed away and you don't feel how I feel, because it takes me all the way down to the I deal with other things good, but I don't deal with death and loss well. Right. But the therapy helped. I need to go back, to be honest with you. But the therapy that I did go to, and when I was going, it helped me. In that time in my life, it really helped me. It helped me to understand some things and even get some methods to kind of decompress those feelings, coping mechanisms. It helped, like breathing, or sometimes like right now, I can't believe, honestly, outside of my vice was I'm going to drink or I'm going to smoke. Like I'm going to smoke. Wake up, smoke. On the way to work, smoke. Leave from work, smoke, come back to work, look around, all right, now, no, all right, cool, smoke again. Get off, go back with the smokers. Like, and it burns you out and burns you down. You don't even recognize that you are a shell of your former self. But my suggestion to you, my brother, try it out.
Yeah.
You know, if it's not for you, which I think it will be very beneficial for you,
It will.
all of us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It definitely would be.
Give it a try. It was for me. I was like, man, ain't no way.
Nah, but like I commend Noah for even coming here to do this today because like he don't talk about that. Like he spoke on it when he was dealing with it initially, and then he don't really talk about it. I know he keep it bottled up. I know he changed up because that should have changed you. Like you losing a child is definitely gonna change you. I know that for a fact it's gonna change you, but I don't know how I would feel. You feel what I'm saying? So I appreciate you for even coming in and speaking out on that. This therapeutic for me, and I hope it is for you as well.
Definitely.
Because let you know that,
definitely.
Like you said, if you speak to somebody
that's tough,
who's not going to judge you, who's not going to be biased enough, and just a listening ear, and can give you insight, that's a blank canvas. You can just let all that shit out. Like,
and just to piggyback off what Evan was saying, man, like, I was opposed to therapy. Yo, I was the biggest person opposed to it. People come to me, man, I'm not doing that. I finally went. And shout out to my therapist. She's no longer in Maryland. She moved to San Francisco, whatever, with her husband. But bro, when I went to her, there was no judgment. She listened to me. Because at first I was sitting there quiet. And she was like, you want to talk? And I was like, I mean, what you want to hear? She said, well, you came to me for a reason, right? And I was like, true. She said, well, talk. Start from the beginning. And I started speaking on it. And from that point, I was just going. She didn't give no input. She just listened. She waited until I was done. Then she started giving little ways that I could deal with things. She wasn't judgmental. She wasn't none of that. Bro, it was like the best thing ever. I would leave out of there feeling like $1 million. Because I was able to open up. You know what I'm saying? So I would say to you, brother, like, if you need to, brother, don't keep it bottled up inside. I'm telling you.
No, I tried for a few. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
Shit just be hitting different, yo.
I know. You gotta find that right one.
Yeah, it's a fact.
You gotta find that right one. Yeah,
the match, find that match that vibe and you feel comfortable with. That's a big part of it too.
Cause bro, I done been in, it's like I was saying, I've been in dark places a couple times. My worst, I would say my worst, bro, was recently. I got a divorce, right? This a woman I met. I thought this was my everything. You couldn't tell me she wasn't. I knew she was the one. I knew she was ride or die for me. She was down for me. I knew it. Like, I'm in love with this woman. I got her married. Her family, all of us, we good and everything. Time goes on. We had twin boys, right? We finally go buy a house. What they say, the American dream type, right?
Right. Big offense.
Get into like stuff that I'm thinking when I'm a kid, I would see on movies. I'm like, oh, shoot, I'm living it. You know what I'm saying? I got a house. Oh, I go outside, I'm drinking coffee. My neighbors up the street, they like, hey, cool. I'm like, hey, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, you want to go for what? Like, no, I'm good. You know, it's like the neighborly thing. I'm out there with my kids. They playing. They can go to the playground. They running with their friends. I know my flaws. It took me a while to figure them out, but I know I wasn't transparent enough. I know I kept a lot of things to myself due to a previous relationship. I was so used to doing things on my own because there was no help from her. It was so toxic. You know what I'm saying? So I did everything on my own with my daughters. So that's what I was used to doing. So bills come up, I ain't gonna tell her about it. I'm gonna go ahead and handle it on my own. Time lapse, right? Bill come in the mail, she get the mail. What's this? I'm like, oh, that's a bill I gotta take care of. Well, you know this affects me too. You feel me? But I wasn't thinking like that. You know, I'm not thinking like that. I'm like, I'm gonna take care of it, don't worry about it. But women will tell you when they feel in a certain way what you need to do to fix it, right? So she would tell me, you work all the time. We need to go out. We don't spend time together like that. You don't open up to me. You don't tell me things. And of course, what I said, man, you right, babe. I got you. I'm going to open up. I got you. Then I revert back. I'm like, she ain't going to know. But she always find out, right? Years later, we moved in our house in 2019, right? A year or so later, things like drastically changed. It was like living with a stranger. You feel me? She walked past me, don't speak, like couldn't stand to see me. I'm trying to hold a conversation on with her. Nothing, right? So one day she sit me down, and we in the living room. I will never forget this day. She sit me down, we having a talk. She goes, I just gotta tell you, I'm no longer in love with you. I don't want you to touch me. I'm not attracted to you. Real shit. And as a man, I'm sitting there and I'm like,
Crush.
I'm gonna have to eat this shit. You know, I'm eating this shit, right? Because still in my head, I'm like, she's saying that she mad. I'm gonna fix it. That's what we do. It's mad, right? We fix things. Right. Time goes on. She moving different, right? She downstairs working out. She on elliptical. She working out. Boom, boom, boom. I'm like, yo, I do whole boot camps. Like, won't you come out to the boot camp? No, I'm good. She going, right? All right. 1 weekend come up. No, she asked me, she goes, are you off this weekend? I said, yeah, I'm off. She goes, I need you to watch the boys because I'm going to go out of town. I said, all right, so where you going? She walked past me. Don't tell me shit. So, of course, as a man, your mind racing, right? Right. Like, you want to see somebody? So I wait till that weekend. I had a boot camp that weekend. I got the boys. She getting ready to leave. She got her stuff packed. I go in there. I say, hey, you never told me where you going. I don't have to tell you where I'm going. That's what she tell me. I'm like, yo, you my wife. I understand we on the out, but you're my wife.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. The same way you want to know where I'm at, right. I want to know where you're going. I don't have to tell you. She going to a whole spill while she ain't got to tell me. I say, all right. So I had a little air tag. You know, little air tag joints. I said, I'm going to know where she going. I throw that joint in the car. I knew it's going to alert her eventually. You know, it alerts her, right? She calls me up that night. Do you know what an air tag is? All this stuff. I'm like, yeah, I know what it is. Do you have one? Yes, I have one. I'm feeding my sons, right? She goes, did you put one in my car? I said, yeah, I put one in your car. We start arguing, right? I'm going to report your ass. That's what she said. I'm like, whatever. She just mad right now. Sunday come up. This is really the first time I'm putting this whole story out here to people. You know what I'm saying? Right. Sunday come up. I'm upstairs. I'm folding clothes. My son's taking a nap. I hear, Anne Arundel County, is anyone in here? I'm like, what the fuck? What's going on?
In the crib?
In the crib. So I'm like, what's going on? So I go to the steps. See 3 officers coming upstairs, right? I'm looking at them, I'm like, yo, like, what's going on? Or your wife wanted us to do a check the welfare. I know what a check the welfare is. It's for people who they think is off, right? Right. She's standing there looking like she's scared to death. Eyes buck. Like she's scared to death, right? Right. I said, why are you looking like that? She don't say nothing. So they were cool. They say, listen, man, you know, she just wanted us to check on you. This and that. I said, all right, cool. I said, I'm about to go to work. And they go, all right. So as I go downstairs, the one officer talked to me. He's like, man, don't put no more air tags in her car. You know I didn't do. I was like, yeah, you're right. I leave. Got a feeling something coming down the pipe, right? So I go to work and talk to my supervisor. And I'm letting him know everything that happened. He was like, yeah, we heard about it. You know, if anything come like that, we got to suspend you. I said, yeah, I know. I go out on the road, right? I'm on the road. Phone ring. Yeah, cool. We know it's bullshit, but you gotta come in. We gotta suspend you. Except for what? She filed a protective order against you. Not a regular protective order, but a HERPO. A HERPO protective order is somebody at a mental risk. They have weapons, right? So I go in. They take all my shit. I'm sitting there. I'm talking to them. I read the protective order, right? She's saying that bitch like I'm crazy. He walks back and forth on the floor. He talks to himself. This shit all public record. You can look this shit up. He walks across the floor. He talks to himself. And at the end, the shit crushed me. She said, I'm fearful he may kill me and my twin sons. No bullshit. I'm like, what the fuck? So at that point, I call her father. Man, her father is like this. We talking. He said, man, where you staying at the night? I said, Pop, I don't know. I'll probably get a hotel. He says to me, let me know what hotel you're going to. I'm gonna go ahead and call ahead so you can get your room. I said, all right. So he called ahead. I'm in a room. No bullshit. I went and got a motherfucking bottle of Jack Daniels, this fucking size. Now I ain't talking about no honey Jack. It was straight Jack. I'm in that motherfucker. It's raining. Yo, I swear this shit was like off a fucking drama movie. It's raining outside. I'm sitting in the room and I'm looking around. And I'm just taking a bottle, and I'm drinking, and I'm drinking, and I'm drinking. I drink it till I'm fucking out. Like, I'm out on the bed, passed out. Like, it was liquor all on the bed. I'm fucked up. Right. I get up the next day. I gotta deal with this shit now. I gotta go to court and all this fucking bullshit for the fucking ERPO because it's an emergency joint. The judge don't grant it, but he still keep it against her, right? Of course, they keep it against her for 7 days. I come back, she end up dropping me. I didn't want him to lose his job. All this bullcrap. Fast forward to me going to pick my clothes up. I text her here like, hey, I'm coming to get my clothes. I get there. All my shit is in the garage, right? She got 5 of her girlfriends over there. I pull up with my boy's van. He let me hold his van so I get my shit. I pull up. I get out. It's 5 Anne Arundel County cops across the street that she called. Yeah, 5 of them across the street. The one come over to me. He dapped me up. He said, hey, man, I'll walk with you through the house. I give it to them. They were cool as hell. Like, they want no shit because I'm quite sure they've been through this a million times.
Right.
They walk in the house with me. We walk through. I grab my workout backpack. She grabbed that from me. It's a gift. He gave it to me. Like, oh, it's a backpack I use. I said, whatever, you can have it. I go outside. I get in the van. This white car pulls up. Little short white dude gets out. Hey, you Mr. Cooper? I said, yeah. Been served. It's divorce papers, right? Yo, guess what she does?
Damn.
Won't he do it? High fiving her girlfriends in the garage.
That's fucked up.
Yo, I'm in the truck like, yo, are you serious? I pulled off. And I'm like, I was waiting for the papers. You know what I'm saying? But I'm dealing with this shit. And I'm like, yo, did she really just do that? This was a woman I was in love with who took vows with me. Gunner was in my wedding. DB was there.
Right.
Bro, like, she took vows with me. She fucking cried and shit like that while we were up there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Like, how did this happen? Like, what? Like, I understand what my flaws was, but I didn't deserve this.
Exactly.
You would have thought she caught me in the bed with another woman.
Exactly.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you would have thought that. And still to this day, yo, she got whatever her little peons and her little group that she would. She got them believing like it was some type of abuse.
Right.
I never put my hands on. I never mentally abused her. No, nothing.
Right.
That was all from her. She would say shit to me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And she would, yo, it's just so crazy because I'm still in my head. I'll be trying to be like, and at this point I didn't like just gave up on it. I like whatever. It is what it is. You know, I can't worry about it. I gotta move on with myself. You know. But yo, I'm like, women be wondering sometimes why men are so messed up.
Right.
You know?
It's accountability.
Yeah.
Lack of
Exactly. I'm like, yo, you telling me what I did wrong, but you're not taking accountability
Right.
for all the stuff that you're doing wrong.
Never gonna do
You
it.
know what I'm saying?
Right.
You were very controlling. You wanted to control my lifestyle.
Narcissistic.
Exactly. You wanted to twist shit and make it seem like she told the judge I leave unsecured guns in the house. And I'm looking at her like, yo, you here at nighttime, you told me you're scared at night and if somebody break in, so I come up with a plan. Okay, I work at night. The gun is up here. My sons can't get to it. I could barely reach the damn shit. I had to stand on the stool to get it. It's up here. Grab that. You run to that room. You shut the door. Boom. We had a password, a code word, and everything. So if I was to get there first, I'm gonna say the code word. You know it's me at the door. She said, well, what if it's the police? You're gonna know the police here because they're gonna announce themselves. Mm-hmm. I said, nobody not announcing themselves. They pushing that door open. You let loose. Right. That's all to it.
Right.
You know. But she made it seem like I was leaving unsecured weapons around the house that my sons could get to, right. And all this. Yo, and I'm not gonna say it's not a day to go by now, but back then, it wasn't a day to go by. I would wake up and be like, look around like, yo, I should be in my house. Like, why am I here?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Got to start all back over. You know, I'm like, she was quick to walk away from everything. Whereas in my mind, it was like, you like the idea of being married,
That's a fact.
but you really didn't want to be married. You know what I'm saying? Like you, the house, oh my God, the kids, the dog and all this other stuff. Yeah, we out back, we having cookouts. You like that idea?
She don't want to put the work in.
No, none.
It's work.
Yo,
Exactly.
I think for the ladies, yo, it's more like a spectacle. For the guys, I feel like they take it more serious. Like,
Yeah. It's funny you said that. I was talking to somebody, and he said to me, in marriage, women are quick to walk away. A man will go ahead and try to keep on putting that work in and keep it there. He said, but a woman will get fed up and walk away from everything. And I was like, wow. And I was like, I don't know why that's like my story. You know.
So look,
they will dip on the forever, the for better or worse a lot of times.
Yeah.
that shit don't mean nothing.
Not a damn thing, bro.
listen. I'm probably the only one at the table, right, that haven't been married, right?
Mm-hmm.
All these gentlemen have been married. And I mean, I'm 40 years old, and the question I get Why You Not Married? So I got a song I made. I got an album I'm doing right now. It's called This Should Help, therapy album. I got a song titled Why You Not Married? And I done been in probably a dozen weddings. Been the best man in his wedding, a couple other weddings. I've been a groomsman by probably like 7 times. And it all goes back to me not being able to trust. So me being hurt, and not just when I was a teenager, I probably only trust 3 women in my life. Aside from my mother, because that's the number one. But I probably only trust 3 women in my life. And every one that I trust and I took my armor off for, they stabbed me in my back. So for me to see him go through shit, my cousin go through shit, my homeboys go through shit, and I've been in the room, like with the love and all of that, and then it turn around and they get stabbed in the back. So that's a trauma that I can't get past. You know what I'm saying? And that shit,
And
don't mind me if I get a little emotional, bro.
No, man, go ahead, let it out, yo. Like real talk, like, cause
like you going through what you went through, my homeboy EP going through what he went through.
Crazy, man.
Like he still can't. I don't want to put his business out there. He's not here to speak on himself. But like that shit, he not able to see his daughter because of some shit that a woman did to him. Same type of situation. Like, and like my whole thing is it's okay not to be okay.
Yeah.
It's okay to feel a way about somebody hurting you.
Yeah.
But you're not supposed to. You're supposed to still live your life. You're supposed to not take that to another situation or relationship. You're supposed to be able to.
It's tough.
You know what I mean? I know it's tough. Like, nigga, I battle with it every day.
Yeah. It's hard.
That's my number one thing.
It's hard. It's like real shit. It's hard because it's like you drop your wall so many times, right? You drop that wall, and then boom, you get stabbed up, right?
Yeah.
So you're like, all right, let me suit up again. But you may get that one to come across, and I ain't gonna front. When I first went through my divorce, I ain't gonna front. Yo, I was shitting on a lot of women. I ain't gonna front. Like it was a lot.
Get to that
like,
point.
yeah, just like you just be like,
hurt people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You hurt me.
Exactly.
Well, I can hurt this person. You know what I mean?
And I had to be like, yo, you probably pushed a couple good ones away because of the way you feel.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like when you do drop your wall and you get vulnerable, you explain, because my thing now is that whoever I'm dealing with, I want to be as transparent as possible.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I want you to know how I feel. I'm not holding it in. I'm going to tell you. This is how I feel. But all I want to know is, are you riding with me? I want to make sure you riding with me, because if it's a 1% doubt in the back of your mind where this not where you want to be, let me know.
Right.
You feel me? Because I don't want to get down the road and then later on you be like, this ain't working.
Yeah, I feel like guys approach it way differently.
Yeah.
Like you said, when a guy put his guard down, they 100% in. I feel like from a female perspective, they don't really get that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like a lot of times when I sit and tell my wife, like, yo, we married. Like, we shouldn't be beefing how we beefing.
Yeah.
Like, we married. Like, I feel like that's like the end all be all. So you're supposed to be able to solve conflicts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because y'all are supposed to be life partners. So, you know what I mean? It's little, like, stuff that I be like, yo, we married. We should be good. And then she just take it to a whole nother level. Like, I mean, not just my wife, other wives too, but I'm married, speaking on my situation, you know what I mean? Right. It's wild though.
I'm gonna say this, right? And it's just for me dealing with shit and knowing like my close friendship. Like, it is not all women, but most women got a problem with communication when it comes to being transparent. And like you speaking up on shit. They don't ever want to be wrong. They don't want to take accountability.
Right.
Their definition of shit is completely different from our definition of shit.
That's true.
You know what I mean? So they might look at some shit differently. If y'all going through some shit and she decide to step out, she looks at that as not cheating because y'all going through some shit.
Yeah.
So she's creating the narrative that I'm not doing nothing wrong.
Yeah.
Like I mean, this nigga ain't stepping up to the plate.
Like he caused this.
But we supposed to do the work.
Yeah.
We together, right?
Exactly.
We signed up. We set vows, right?
Right.
This is us.
Sickness
You know what I mean?
all that type, you know what I mean?
When you start speaking that shit, they get quiet. They don't want to hear that. And I'm not trying to just. It's not all women, but just.
Yes.
I was getting ready to say
not all women.
it goes both ways. That's
Yeah,
for sure.
you're right.
Yeah,
It goes
right.
both ways.
Definitely does.
Right.
We can communicate something or not communicate something.
Yeah.
Or we can think that we're communicating something. Even sometimes a person don't hear it.
Yeah.
You can say it directly. This is how I'm feeling, but they may be used to something.
Right.
We may be used to something a certain way.
Right.
That we don't. It's not coming off the right way. Even when you specifically say, I don't like this or I don't like this, and they can do it, and we don't hear it. And then now they done started acting or moving different based on something that we did or didn't do.
Yeah.
And it go both ways. So it's like the main thing or the number one point is, like you said, coming together and working through it.
Yeah.
And just being vulnerable enough or placing the ego to the side to say, you know what? All right, I messed up, or I've done this, or I could do this better.
Yeah.
And your partner saying and being willing to do the same thing, saying, I messed up, or I didn't hear you.
Yeah.
When you said this, I didn't hear you. Okay, we just all have to come out of our, because we all can be big egomaniacs.
Sure. Oh yeah, no doubt about it.
Shit,
No doubt
man,
about it.
fuck that.
Yeah.
I know me, man. I be like, you said what, baby?
Yeah.
I ain't do what? So I asked you that.
Yeah.
I told you that. And maybe, we just got to work on that length.
Yeah, sometimes it's the tone. You can say something directly to them.
Yeah.
They don't hear exactly what you said. They just hear the tone.
Yeah.
And they reacting to that.
And they going off of that.
That's
Right. And they also look, they don't
That's
look
a
at
basic
listen,
key
they
like
look
that.
at respond.
Yeah.
Respond.
Yeah.
You took the words out my mouth. Like,
Yeah.
It's going to change up how they,
Right.
how they take the information. Because,
Yeah.
oh, I don't like your tone, but you're not listening to what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And with marriage, it's accountability and self-awareness, right?
Facts.
So you have to hold. It only works if you can hold each other accountable.
Right.
And when you're doing that, you gotta have that safe space where you both can be vulnerable.
Yeah.
Peel down them layers, and then you get to the root cause where you can help each other.
Right.
If you don't do that, it's gonna be like this every single time until y'all eventually done.
But if you be feeling like sometimes, from just speaking for myself, I have to be the bigger man and accept
You have to.
situations to heal the whatever we going through. You know what I mean? And that get difficult at times too because it be stressing. It be like,
But then you get tired of being a bigger man all the time.
yeah, that's what I'm
You feel
saying.
you want somebody to meet you.
Yeah.
Like, you don't want to always be the one that
But that's
you know
part
what I mean?
of it's part of a team thing.
Yeah.
Think about it like this: Michael Jackson and the Jackson 5. Any band that had the lead person, let's say Beyonce and Destiny
It's
Child,
like-
Yeah.
they put the group is the group, so we got to be about the team.
Right.
Some people, Michael Jordan on the team,
Right.
he got to take the shots, take all the blame, answer all the questions. BJ Armstrong, he could have fucked up the whole game. The reporters ain't really trying to talk to BJ. The purpose of the team is
They want to talk to Mike.
your role. Like in your case, your role may have to be for that moment.
Be the Michael Jordan.
Be the Michael Jordan, or be the person that take the front of this. I gotta be the bigger person for the team to be successful.
But
sometimes you gotta pass the ball too.
right, but what about if you're in a situation like you married? Guys, if for a guy to marry a chick, that's their Michael Jordan. So they supposed to be taking that. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not realizing. Like, I mean, no, you can't speak on everybody. I feel like single me can get any and do anything out here. You know what I'm saying? So for me to be able to pick you and realize, like, yo, I'm at this point with you. You, my Michael Jordan. That's why I decided to be like, yo, I'm gonna marry you. I'm gonna spend the rest of my life with you. You supposed to take those hits, but instead, I'm freaking. Let's use NBA terms. I'm gonna be somebody who never scored, but I got 50 that night. I got to do that every night. Like, that's not my role.
That's a
because
lot to put
I'm
on
already putting you in that position. Like, that's tough.
That's what I'm saying. It's a two-way street. Sometimes we don't like to do it.
Yeah,
But that's what comes with the territory, because it's the ideal world versus the real world. Ideally, You shouldn't have to do that. It should be just as simple as you're my Michael Jordan. Let's work on it. But in the real world, it don't always go according to the quote unquote script. Right. Sometimes you got to make audibles.
Yeah, it's like you said. Ideally, it should be like that, but somebody got to take the lead. Like far as like relationship maturity, like so. From my situation, right? So I guess I matured faster. You know, we think logically. When we ready to get married, we ready. Right? Yeah, we don't go off of the big wedding.
Nope.
The title of being married, all of that stuff, we're serious. Like, we mean it. So if we choose that girl, then that's what we mean.
That's what we want, yeah.
So a lot of times we mature faster in marriage. So far as like setting the standard and kind of, you know, taking those shots, like you said, taking those shots and not letting it affect you. A lot of times, what I experience is that eventually she started to see like, damn, like that's not, me responding like this is not getting to him. Like I realized, I found out not to respond how I responded before we was married.
Exactly.
Because it was triggering. Like I would respond and then we added. Now, when I see the stuff that's triggering, I see it coming. Silence. I don't give it no energy.
Yep.
And what it did was it matured our relationship. So now she don't even go down that road no more.
Right.
And we go to the table every time it's something that when you can feel the energy when something's going to escalate to that point.
Right.
It's like, nah, we need to table this. We need to. But to touch on what you said, like if your maturity level, as far as in a relationship, is here and hers is here, it's like she's trying to get. It's up to you to kind of get her up to where you at. That's vulnerability. That's gonna take you being vulnerable with her, to get to that level. If you don't peel your levels, your layers off and your armor, she's not gonna get that. She's gonna take your lead eventually. Right. Slowly but surely, she's gonna take that lead.
It definitely
she's gonna follow your lead.
It definitely takes work. You know what I'm saying? And I think what it is that a lot of people, when they take those vows, they don't take them serious. You know what I'm saying? For better or for worse, that's the thought. For better or for worse. You know what I'm saying? Therefore, if it's my worst,
that's tough.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Real talk. It's tough. But you like if I'm at my worst, you gotta be my better. So therefore, you gotta help me get out this swamp.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Instead of being like, it's your problem. Right. You deal with it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta help me, because guess what? If it's me and you, babe, what's going on? Hey, I had this. Okay, let's sit down. We're gonna talk. We're gonna figure this out. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's how I am. I'm like, we're gonna sit down. We're gonna figure this out. We're gonna get it together. Old head told me once. He said, whatever issues you have, don't go to bed with them. Go to the table.
Oh, that's tough to do, though.
It is.
That is tough.
It is.
It's simple, but it's tough. It's simple to say it, but it's tougher than you think. Because sometimes you, depending on, you might go in your space and shit, and go downstairs.
Right.
Next thing you know, damn, they done fell asleep. You was going to go. Now you wake up. They getting dressed in the morning. Ain't nobody saying shit. Dang. I ain't want this to happen. Then it become just become a cycle.
But that's why he told me like this. He said, if you're arguing and you're beefing, if she's still arguing, you don't shut down, but you just get quiet, listen to her. Let her, because women want to get their point across. They want to get that across, right? Let her argue and get her point across. You come back at her calm, babe. Understand what you're saying.
That's tough for me.
Let's go sit there. Bro, because all of us. It is. Because I know me. I'm a hothead. I'm a hothead. And I'm like, really? You know what I'm saying? Because guess what? You giving it to me, I want to give it back. You know what I'm saying? You leaning on me, I want to lean back on you. You know, so...
Oh, so it ain't just me.
No.
Because when that shit comes to my mind, I want to shoot straight out. Like, I think of something and I say it.
I think us as men, we don't have a problem, like... apologizing and saying we sorry if we wrong.
Real talk.
Or like, because we logical, right? Like we think logically. So I'm gonna see both sides. I'm gonna see your point, but I'm gonna have my point. But I'm gonna see your point. Right. I'm like, oh, I understand where you're coming from. You right, I could have did just that and the third better. But with them, when they gone, they gone. All they see is what they see. They don't see your side. You feel what I'm saying?
Should be tunnel vision.
Yeah, it's
The
tunnel
blind
vision.
just be on, bro. They don't see nothing. They like, whatever.
So like it's hard to get your point across, and that's what make me frustrated because it's like, yo, I see where you coming from, but you're not
trying to see where I'm coming.
Yeah, like
I'm that
I
way
need you
too,
to reciprocate. Like I need you to.
Sometimes I don't see that shit either. I'll be like, I'm trying to get off. Like I need
Now,
to get this shit
if I get
off.
right back, I just don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I
You
gotta
gotta
get that
talk
shit
to me
off.
later.
In that moment, sometimes, just like them, I'm trying to get that shit off.
Right.
Because I'm one of them people, like, if something happened, I gotta say something right then and there.
Yeah.
If I wait, for me, it build up and my anxiety start going, and then, like, I be feeling like pressure. And it's like, no, I gotta get this shit off. Like,
Yeah.
my motherfucking chest start hurting sometimes. I be like, that's why and they be like, what the fuck? And then now, I may be making sensible points, to your point, but my tone and delivery is, I know I gotta work on that.
At least you know. At least you know what you got to work
That's
on.
the good thing. That's that self-awareness, right?
Yeah.
Where you can you identify like, man, I came off wrong, or I didn't see that the right way, or I used the wrong tone. Because all of it's just triggering for them. They give you the energy, you want to give it right back.
Give it right back, yeah.
It could be a small issue, but it done blew up because of how y'all going back and forth. The delivery, fussing, it just takes it to a whole nother level.
Me, it's normally me, because it's just, I'm naturally loud.
Yeah.
Like, I grew up in the house, my older sister and my mother. So, and it was just fussing all day. So, you trying to get your point across and be heard, you gotta be loud. So, my voice naturally won't project. And then, even when I don't even realize it, it's coming across to you a certain way.
Right.
And you raising your voice. I'm like, I ain't raising my voice. Now, if I was raising my motherfucker, and then it'd be like, oh. But then I realized how I messed up. Like, if it ain't about what I think that I'm doing, it's about how they're receiving it, how they feel about what I did, whether I agree or not. And that's one of the things that we both, as men and women, or whatever your partnerships are, we have to take that into account at all times. Like, it's not what I'm doing, but it's how you feel about what I'm doing. Whether you agree or not, you just gotta take that. And I'm getting better. I'm not where I was. I'm not where I want to be either.
Right. You
but
still got work
I'm
to do.
training. Definitely got a bunch of work to do. Oh my God.
So my therapist, she pointed that out to me. She said, "You're a hothead." I said, "What you mean I'm a hothead?" I said, "How do you know that?" She was like, "No, I can tell just by the conversation we have now, and I'm looking at your hands and your eyes, and the way when you're going into certain issues, and the way you get."
Is it high or you just passionate about what you're trying
and that's what I said.
That's right there.
So that's how she broke it down to me. She said, and that's what she said. She broke it down to me. She said, "You can still be passionate but speak calm." You know what I'm saying?
I got to work on that.
And that was the thing. So I didn't figure it out because still to this day, one boy said, to this day, like, yo, still to this day, like, I still, bro, like, depending on the conversation, I can just, what? No, wait, what you talking about? Look, you know, and I'm going in. But it's like I have to dial it back sometimes, you know, and I think I got better with that as time went on, just by listening to her talking to me, my therapist. By listening to her talking to me, telling me certain things. So now it's like depending on the subject, I can listen, you know, talk. But some things do trigger me. Yeah. And I just go, man, you bringing this shit up again? You know what I'm saying? And you get like that, you know. But I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, my therapist, she helped me out so much, man. Like, with dealing with my temper and everything. Cause I was a hothead. Like, if you give it to him, I'm gonna give it back. But you think about that's how we were raised.
Yeah.
From the streets to the household.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's how we were raised. Somebody coming at you with it, you giving it back.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Double fold.
Exactly.
You got to do worse than that.
You know,
after you came at me, I got the one up there.
Do you take one step forward? I'm taking two. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you. That's how we were raised. Coming from the streets, and then also the household. That's how you was raised. You don't let nobody punk you. You ain't gonna be nobody bitch.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the shit. And so when we feel, and women can say words to cut deep.
Oh yeah.
God.
You know?
They got gloves on both hands.
Oh my God. And they like, hell yeah, they cut deep, and you like,
damn, you said that to me?
And you like thinking in your head, like, I'm gonna come back at this. Oh, I know. And it's like that lion come loose, you know? And then they come right back with it again. With another like, you like, oh, here we go. And it's back and forth. And then like you said, afterwards you so mad, like I don't even want to talk to her right now. You know?
Yo, and that's you touched on something that affect guys growing up dating women, right? The transparency part.
Mm-hmm.
Like as a man, you got pride, ego, everything. It's built in our DNA.
Absolutely.
When you be transparent with a female and they use it against you,
mm-hmm.
or say if you're dating a female and you're transparent with them, and like all these stigmas that you said from social media, Instagram, niggas, he complained to me, so now he's gay, he's this, he's a female now that's we probably vented to her over something or expressed that she did something that we didn't like or that was triggering.
Mm-hmm.
Now we gay, now we a bitch, now all this other shit.
Yep.
Yeah, and then they wonder why we respond to them in a certain way.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Like that's a whole nother.
It's like that's a whole nother level.
Yeah, that right there. Yeah, I see it a lot. You know, I can't say that. I don't know. Maybe it was said behind my back, but I haven't had a woman say it to me.
I haven't really.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. I haven't had a woman say it to me. Right.
I know people who have.
Yeah.
And I'm aware of it, but like just me. Like I feel like if you're gonna deal with me,
some people throw low blows.
Don't let me win in an argument. That's definitely that's definitely coming. You making points and you winning.
Oh yeah, that's what coming.
She going
low blow
my truck comes.
Yeah, on IG.
Exactly right.
my go-to, they be, oh shit, you be like, what the fuck?
Right.
But
Check it all the way down.
I'm the type of person, like, I always been that way, like, I'm going to say how I feel. Like, I'm going to express to you, I don't care how it come across. Or if you, like, damn, don't say that. No, that's how I feel, because I've learned over the years since I was young, I seen how people would be like, they say this, say one thing, but in the background of what they actually said, and you be thinking like, you know, when you take stuff on face value, that's what it is. But then in the background, they might come like, yo, this my nigga. Like, yo, this nigga, this nigga slutted my bitch out. You was the nigga saying,
right?
And then y'all get mad at me when I'm like, no, I like her. Like, right. That's what I'm going to tell you.
You being transparent. I like her.
I like her. Like, yo, like everybody. You know what I mean? Like, that's how it was coming up for me. Like, I'm going to let the fellas know. Like, bro, if you like her, in my mind, all right, that's you. But
that's where that pride go into with some guys, man. Like, yo, if we all out, right? And it's this shorty there, she look good or whatever. Already, well, I don't know yet. But you, like you said, you like, oh, I like shorty, man. I'm gonna go at that. Guess what?
You out the way?
Yeah, I'm not doing nothing. I'm not touching. But you get some dudes, you be like, damn, shorty bad. Yo, you gonna go at that? Yeah, I'm gonna go at it, but I don't care, yo. If you wanna go at it, you can. Then you go at it.
You can't do that.
Right.
If you want shorty, you like shorty, you need to let that be known.
Let me know.
But don't say, she this, she just a friend.
But that's
and then you're like, well, I'm about to try my hand.
Right.
And then your man's get her because based on what you say. Now you mad.
Oh, yeah.
Snipers out here.
Got him.
Niggas are snipers.
that's the, you know, you'll come around with the,
You like, yo, you got that? Yo, bad buddy, good as a motherfucking shorty.
I don't care about that shit. You lying.
I ain't even worried about that. Come on, get in the car. You be like, yo, you good?
Yeah, they grind and shit.
Yo, I really like shorty. Well, why you tell him that you weren't worried about her?
Right.
But you think you want to go at her?
Go back to niggas, guys really expressing themselves. You know what I mean? You should be able to be comfortable with your mans to be able to tell them that.
Exactly. Because I feel as though if you call him your man, your brother, whatever it may be, you know what I'm saying? You should be able to tell him straight up, like, nah, yo, I'm feeling her. Yo, I really like shorty. And if that's your man, he gonna be like,
he gonna know.
I fall back one day. You know what I'm saying? Even if shorty start giving him rhythm, like coming to him like, so I'm good. You know what I'm saying? He gonna push that away because I know my man's one. Right. You know,
some people ain't like that though.
That is true.
Let the girl come at you and you told
nigga, like, man, just came at me like, yo, girl, yo, 744 million other chicks.
Right.
The one I like come at you could have been like, it ain't. But I get it too. I get it too. It's like, yo, if you ain't say nothing, you know what I mean? If you ain't say nothing,
I think that's a conversation that like, yo, shorty, I know you say you don't fuck with her, like she coming at me. You know what I mean? I ain't trying to be in the way, but she coming at me. What she want me to do? What she want me to do? She coming at me.
Like, you know what? Because a nigga really wants you to say yeah, but they won't even put you in that situation.
Right.
Because if you was to be, oh, yo, I like this. I'm still cracking.
I'm still cracking. Yeah.
That's a fact.
Yo, that's what you
look at my mom. She gonna say,
but then that's when you know. But that's where the unloyalty comes from. You know what I'm saying? Because if I'm loyal to you as my man, yeah, I want to crack shorty, but guess what? I ain't gonna do it regardless. That's why all right, I'm gonna leave shorty alone. Because just like you said, it's billions of them out here.
Yeah,
and I'm quite sure there's gonna be another one that look either better than her or look like her.
Or gonna be the one that's really on you that night. That's the one you're supposed to mess with from the beginning.
Exactly.
You time with the chick that don't want you and want your man, you really not gonna shine that night.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But that's how a lot of
dudes. So many ways to look.
Yeah, bro, it is. But that's how a lot of dudes in the streets, they lose friends, they beef.
Yeah.
People get bodied. You know, you think about it. The two things that everybody get bodied over is money and women.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Every time when you find out what the conclusion of something was, it's either over money or women. You know what I'm saying?
But it's all about the type of mentality.
It is.
Like, if you've been in these streets and you've been a sniper, like, one shouldn't dictate you every day. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, you should be like,
that's for the ego part.
You're right.
Because nigga, you could have sniped a million of them.
Right.
Let somebody get you one and you feel like, oh no, you ain't nobody supposed, not mine. Right. That nigga be mad. Like,
mad as a mother.
Look, it ain't your real homeboys. It ain't your real homeboys. I feel like it should be, yo, you go out, y'all group.
Yeah.
Be going at who y'all supposed to go at. If somebody like them, cool, I'm going after the next one.
Exactly.
Like, it should never be no hating. Like, that's a whole nother like conversation.
Like I'm not gonna be like, oh damn, when we first came in, I saw shorty, but my man, he already over there talking to her. I ain't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? He already over talking to her. I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna go see what other ones in here. Right. You know what I'm saying? Yo, I done seen this type of stuff play out. Like, where I'm like, yo, this is crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this motherfucker really mad. Like, yo, you ain't say you like shorty. Like, you ain't say you want her. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yo, nigga be like, I like shorty. You gotta be in the cut like this. Don't even do nothing like that.
Don't say a word.
Right.
What supposed to do then?
Like, motherfucker, why you go over there and say something? Or if you saw me looking at shorty, you should get, I'm trying to get that.
Right.
Let me know. Because I may be like, oh, all right, yo, you trying to get it. Then I ain't going to go at it. But guess what? If you don't tell me, and I'm already locked in. How you going to play that?
Yo, you better go ahead now. All right, you better go ahead now.
I'm going to give you a
I'm trying to get it together. Yo,
that's your giving you the eye the whole time.
Right. You bluffing the whole time. Like, we 12,
and I ain't know how you back. I'm telling you, right here.
Every nigga think everybody on him. Like, yo, she done looked at me 3 times. You better get over there. You better make like, yo,
she want me, boy. She want me. You better go ahead.
Nigga done pumped. She might ain't even looked at you for real, but you know, pumps herself up.
She just looking around
and it worked.
She looking around the room, and the light was in her eyes, and she just happened to looking that way. She's blinded by the light, and she see, yo, shorty on. You better go get her. You better go get her.
Stories in their head.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You know how I do. You know what it is. No, that's how they do. So you like, yo, you want to go your way? Right. I'm telling you.
Nigga still bluff. You only get a drink first, yo. Whole time still choosing you.
Right.
You wait for your man, but he bluffing. Like
yo, what you gonna do? Like, you gonna go at that case?
You just, you know what, yo, I wanted her, but you
let it go.
Right.
I was tripping.
I'm bluffing on it.
Yeah, you gotta get it. You gotta acknowledge that too. You gotta acknowledge the bluff.
Yeah.
Acknowledge the bluff.
I say, if you gonna go win, you go win. If she say no, she say no. She say yes, she say yes. It is what it is. She get your fake number. Oh well. You move on. It is what it is. Yeah.
So is there anything else like y'all want to speak on? Like this the first time like we ever did this. Like I know what I mean. I appreciate All Things Go podcast. You know what I mean? And Coop. for giving us the place.
All right.
Do it for the love, DB, Eddie. Doing fine. Is anything else y'all want to speak on? Like,
well, I say this. I just say I'm thankful to all you brothers for one, being vulnerable enough to speak, talk about situations that you've dealt with, gone through, you know, whether it's directly or indirectly.
Absolutely.
Because when we decide that we'll share, when we decide that we'll share, it makes it comfortable for another person that may be dealing with some of the things that we're dealing with to share or to seek what it is that they need. So I want to thank all of y'all for that.
That's the whole reason why I wanted to do this. Because I feel like it's a stigma that black men just don't want to be transparent, don't want to express yourself because you get looked at a certain way. And we gotta get past that. Like, yo, we all got kids. You know what I mean? We all got relationships. We got kids. Like, we gotta get past that, yo. That's the only way we gonna be better as men. To be able to sit here, politic, and have a discussion that's gonna help somebody. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's helping all of us, it's gonna help somebody else. So that was the whole reason why we came together and we doing this today. This should help. Like, I hope this can help somebody else that might be going through something or might want to come out and say something. But I don't know if this is gonna be the last one, but it's the first one. And I mean, I feel like this a classic right here. It's like, you know what I mean? It's like, just like Illmatic, you know what I mean? Reasonable Doubt. So,
you know, I like that.
It got a lot of topics.
it got to start somewhere. I cracked up a little bit. I was about to go, but I'm gonna save some. I'm gonna save some. I can't give y'all everything on the first go round, but I felt like we touched on some major topics and this shit was good for real. I appreciate y'all, nigga. I love y'all too, man.
Love y'all too, man.
Appreciate it. Y'all. So, I mean, until the next time, we gonna wrap right here. Everybody be safe. This is especially brought to y'all for I'm about to say black men mental health awareness, but it is Black Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. It's Mental Health Awareness Month, but we black men, so we gonna speak from us. We're gonna speak from the heart, and I mean, be as transparent and vulnerable as we can. And I mean, I hope y'all enjoy this for real. Deuces.
Next session. Why you not married? First of all, that's my business. I ain't never scared. Never in the hurry. See my nigga work from the yard like Burn. None a nigga in the house. Came a long way, I thought I'd never have a spouse. Everybody got an opinion, you on the outs. But when shit going good, they be quiet as a mouse. I know the motherfuckers childish.